Oregon, Mormon, and California Trail, and almost every one of them west of us has an image of Chimney Rock in their museum. So it really has become the icon, the symbol of the trail itself. What makes Chimney Rock important to continue that is not itself. If it was just by itself without the story of the people, it would make for a great picture postcard, and that would be it. But what makes it important is its connection here. Chimney Rock is not an isolated historic site. It's part of the world's largest historic site. You have the Oregon, Mormon, and California Trail, Independence, Omaha, going through Kansas and Nebraska, and then into Wyoming, and then branching off into California and the Pacific Northwest. You have the Pony Express, the Mormon Trail, California Trail, all going along the Platte River here. So quite literally, it is, in my opinion, the world's largest historic site. And Chimney Rock then becomes the symbol of that. You'll see Chimney Rock on the cover of a lot of books dealing with the various trails. It also becomes a symbol and an icon for the state of Nebraska as well. Chimney Rock was chosen to be on the Nebraska State Quarter in 2006. And so we were, of course, really proud of that. But that goes to the iconic nature of it as a symbol. And I think that's the important thing about the history there. I would encourage tourists to visit Chimney Rock, but not just visit Chimney Rock. I would want to take in that context. If you're coming from the east, stop at Omaha at Winter Quarters, stop at Independence at the National Frontier Trail Center, stop at Scottsbluff National Monument, Fort Laramie. And if you're writing about these things, I would go ahead and really try to sell it as a package rather than an individual site. And we find a lot of people that are doing that. A lot of descendants of trail people are following the trail, but also just people who want to go out and learn about the history of the West are following the trail too. In some ways, the trail never ended, because then you went with the Transcontinental Railroad came through, the Lincoln Highway followed much the same route, the interstate followed much the same route. So the history of Nebraska really is a history of transportation, or as some people might say, people wanting to get across it as fast as they could. So, but that story of Nebraska as a travel corridor has never really ended. And we get a lot of people that don't really know anything about the history, but they're stopping anyway because they're finding that Highway 26 here is sort of a diagonal up into that whole Yellowstone area too. So we have good roads that are easy to drive all year long. So there's a lot of reasons why people want to drive through this country. Our visitor center itself is open daily from 9 to 5. We're closed on winter holidays, so we're open just about every day of the year. Another fun thing about visiting Nebraska is in the off-season. We don't get as much snow as you might think. We're in sort of a semi-arid here, especially in western Nebraska, sort of a semi-arid, so most days are clear. We probably get 10 snow days a year. So you can drive around all year long.